So in the midst of our bus conversion, the regular vehicle that we drive, the Toyota Prius, needs some repair, and I have to replace the light bulbs, which turned out to be more complicated than I thought it would be, because it's like the special HID light bulb thingy, and I thought I'd just film it and show it to you how to replace it, because it's not that hard. You don't have to go to a dealer or to a shop, and you can just do it yourself. So keep watching and learn how to replace the light bulbs. So we're going to start with the passenger side, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen this and lift it up a little bit to create a little more space. The light bulb is behind a cover down here behind this ductwork, and we're going to remove this for now. You'll know which plug goes where, because it's obvious. What you need is a flathead screwdriver and a 10mm wrench to remove this this nut on top of the water tank. So meanwhile, there is a little push screw or bolt, whatever it is, to hold down the little ductwork right here, and you can use the flathead screwdriver to get underneath. Let me just get this out here. That's the nut. So this goes under here. Let me just show you right here, and you just pull this up a little bit and you can get this up like so. Now I have to shine down here. See if I can focus down a little bit. So now this is the cover for the light bulb, and in order to have enough space, you remove. There's two plugs that you can just pull out. And you kind of have to push on one side and then lift it. And you can just leave them right there. Now this tank you can just lift up. It is behind here, is a little hook where it sits in the chassis, and you kind of just can use the screwdriver to kind of pry it out. Be careful to not break it. So now it goes out, and you can just lift it out a little bit like so, and that gives you space down here. So for the cover you just rotate counterclockwise and open it up to the bottom, and then you kind of have already enough space. Now the light bulb is this thing here, this little thing right here, and you have to also rotate it counterclockwise and lift it, and this is what it looks like. Okay, now there is a little tedious clamp that you need to push and move outwards away from each other. That holds the light bulb in, and there's two you kind of have to look for it with your fingers, and it kind of flips down like so, right here. This is the little clamp. Not sure if you can see it very well. It's in there pretty good. So this is the clamp. And right behind it is the light bulb. And because I just replaced it and I filmed it before, but the sound was terrible, so this is already the new one. And as you can see, that little pin, the white pin, goes on the bottom, and you just put it in like so. You kind of wiggle it a little bit until it finds its position, and then you move the clamp back around it. And that's okay. It kind of hooks behind it. You have to push it outwards, away from each other, and let it go behind the bulb. So next thing is you put that plug back on, and just the reverse order. So kind of put it down, and move it in. Okay, now this is tight. Okay, now you put the cover back on. There is little hooks that you have to find the opening for. Push it in all the way, make sure that there's no wire in between, and then rotate it clockwise. Alright, so you put the tank back in, and kind of find a way to just wiggle it back in there. You can always push the other things out of the way. There we go. So this sits in there good. Now you push this back in, and there's the two hooks, the two plugs I meant, and you put these back in, and all you need to do is just fasten the little water tank with the nut, and that is the passenger side. Now we'll move to the driver's side. The other thing you should put back in is that little ductwork. I completely forgot, so this goes in here onto this little ductwork that's in there, and you just push this little pin in. There we go. And this is all good. Now I just have to tighten this nut, and that's it. Now we'll move to the driver's side. So for the driver's side, it's basically same thing. To create a little more space, you lift this cover up, and there's two little hooks on the top, and then you kind of have to go behind here and get this bottom out too. I usually just wiggle it in and it comes out. There's a little hook that goes in there. So for this side, this is the cover where the light bulb is behind. It's a little less space than on the other side, but it's the same idea. You open the cover, and if it's too hard, I use a screwdriver to just open it up, and there it is. You can remove the cover from the bottom and just kind of move it. There is some space back there where you can move the cover to, so you do have a little more room. Here is, let me see if you can see it. Yeah, this is the plug for the light bulb, and same with on the other side. You just move it upwards towards you. On the other side you had to push down. It's counterclockwise to remove it, lift it away from the plug right here, push it down a little bit out of the way. Then there is the clamp, just like on the other side. Push it towards the front this way, and then away from the plug, from the light bulb. You can take the light bulb out, just like so. It's difficult to film this because my hands are so big. So same thing here. I already exchanged it. I'm going to put it back in. Until you find the position, like so. You can see it. This is very difficult to film down here. You take the clamp and put it back around the light bulb. This is secure. You find the plug, put the plug on. And push it down like so. Now this is tricky. There's always a piece of wire that wants to obstruct the cover to go back on. And if we get this cover back out of that corner and make sure you don't have the wire in there. I always like to put the bottom part in first, then you know that there is nothing obstructing it, and then you find the spot where the little hooks go in. That is a little tedious work here. But with a little patience, now it's all in. You put this cover back on and you're all set. So this is how you change the light bulbs, the HID light bulbs on a Prius 2008. And if you liked what you've seen, subscribe and like and check out our bus build. We're converting a school bus into our tiny house. So give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.